got his gangster hat on the side. How you doing, man?
All right, man.
Good. It's good to see you.
Good to be here.
Always a pleasure.
Man.
I love the new single.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
And Shantae, she has such a cute voice, man. She really adds something to it.
She got a lot of attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Who is she? I mean, where'd she come from?
Shantae, I met Shantae a few years ago when she was doing a play. Mm-hmm. She was singing and acting, and I met her, and I've known her ever since then. Mm-hmm. And we had a listening party that Warner Brothers had given for me. And my manager, Fred Moultrie, met her there. And they, you know, I got her on my album, and Fred got her a record deal.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
So she's coming solo?
Yeah, she's coming with a solo project. She did a couple of tunes on my album with me. And I think her album will be out probably July, August, something like that.
Yeah. This album for you, this is not the first time you co-produced it with Maurice White from Earth, Wind & Fire.
Right.
But you produced a lot of things yourself in the past.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Maurice, and how does that compare to doing it alone?
Oh, Donnie, I'm sure you can imagine what it was like working with Maurice. You know what I mean? Like, man, I admire Maurice so much. I don't have a lot of mentors, but I have some very strong mentors like Marvin Gaye, Maurice White, Earth, Wind & Fire, the Isley Brothers, you know, Sly Stone, people like that. Just working with Maurice, he put the finishing touches on, the icing on the cake, you know, that I don't think anybody else could have done.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, he's a bad cat. I mean, no question about it. A lot of experience there. Yeah. What do you want to do now? Your next project, will you produce it yourself? And how much did you learn from Maurice to make that a little easier for you?
A lot came out of my experience with Maurice White. I think we have a relationship that will last for a long time. Mm-hmm. He paid me a great compliment. He told me that I helped him rediscover himself.
Really?
You know, yeah, because I guess when he saw how much of a fan I was of Earth, Wind & Fire and how he could hear some of his influence in my music, I think it kind of it's helped him realize that what he's doing is happening and how he influenced somebody else, you know, that people look up to, you know, him, wanting him to know he had a lot to do with that, you know, with the kind of person I am today as a musician and a singer. So I may work with him some more. You know, we wrote a tune together on my album. It's called Special, and we brag about it. It's something, you know, we did together, man. It was an honor, you know. So.
Yeah. What are they doing now? Is Earth, Wind & Fire?
Yeah, they're in the studio right now, man. Yeah. They're in the studio right now. I called the studio the other day just to see if he was there. They said, man, Maurice take a couple of days off. They said, but Verdine will be in here. He getting ready to do a bass overdub. Oh, God, I wanted to rush over there and see that.
I was going to say, I'd like to go see him do that
I know,
myself.
man, but I was in the studio myself, or I'd have been there, man.
So you're in the studio now?
Yeah, what I'm doing is Warner Brothers had sent me back in the studio because I felt I needed to develop, you know, some things. I just got into this writer's thing all of a sudden. When I get like that, I like to jump on it. So I said, man, let me go in the studio and just kind of develop some of these ideas I got. So they sent me in the studio for about a month, and I've just been trying to write and come up with songs. You know.
For yourself or for other artists?
For other artists, or basically just to get it out of me. I mean, you know how frustrating it is to have something in you and you can't express it. You know, so I just had to just do it, man. You know?
Well, I don't know how that is. I can imagine.
Well, I was targeting some songs for Ray Charles, Jasmine Guy. That's what Benny Medina had asked me to do. And I was trying to come up with some things for them, you know, so hopefully we'll be able to.
Now, you talked about the influence of Maurice White, but obviously Marvin Gaye influenced you a lot. I mean, you hear that all through your albums, not just this one, but, I mean, in other albums in the past. So much so sometimes it's like, you know, people sometimes feel like, God, he's trying to sound like Marvin Gaye.
Is that right?
Yeah. But that really is you, though. I mean, it's just the influence.
Have you heard that? Has that been your experience? People said that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting, man. I've always wondered if they would say that. You think that's bad?
No, I don't think it's bad. I think it's bad only if they feel like, well, he's trying to imitate Marvin, but I don't think that's the case.
Sometimes I have to watch myself because Marvin is like a teacher of mine. I get into him that much. I have to admit it. Our temperaments sort of seem to be alike, and our musical taste. So, and then plus my brother Bobby, you know, who's in Switch, he always directed me towards Marvin. Every time he gave me an example of something, he said, like Marvin. See, now check this out. You know, so I'm kind of like brainwashed with that. But I can see his point. I don't try to be like Marvin. I feel that my sound still comes through.
Oh, it does.
But I humbly confess and admit that everybody has to have an influence.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and he's been a great influence.
But you hear it not only when you're singing, but even when you talk on your records, you can hear it. It's like, it sounds like Marvin. But I love it. I mean, because I'm a big fan of Marvin. Obviously, I mean, I think Marvin was the greatest.
It's interesting. Someone who was very close to Marvin told me something about him that I know to be true about myself. That on stage he was shy. Mm-hmm. And I know it sounds kind of strange because a lot of entertainers claim that they come alive on stage. Mm-hmm. But I shy up on stage.
Do you really?
Man, I love the lights being in my face because I don't like to look at nobody. Because I don't know why, but I shy up on stage, man, when I'm out front. So I like the lights to blind me, Then I'm all right.
That's always been the case?
It's always been the case. Really? I don't know why.
But it's what you want. I mean, you still like to be on stage.
Yeah, I like to be on stage. I'm kind of like a background person, an out front person with a background mentality. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
I've always been in the background when I was coming up. I was always on the organ and keyboards, playing behind my brothers and my uncle at the church. Uh-huh. And then somehow I got out front, but I still had that background mentality. Your
brothers, how are they doing? Well, two of them went to prison a few years back.
Right, the Bobby and Chico.
Right.
They'll be out. We talked about this before. A lot's happened since then, and they'll be out. Bobby will be out this year in December.
Oh, really?
And he's been writing songs, man, right there in prison. Just goes to show you can't take a man's soul from
That's right.
You can lock everything else up, but you can't lock a soul up.
Yeah, that's right.
Chico will be out next year, and so we're looking forward to putting the group back together. But Bobby's sort of like the leader in our family,
right.
So we're gonna wait on him to get out and kind of coordinate everything. Because them hard-headed boys won't listen to me, man. They listen to Bobby, though, man. They listen to Big Bro, man.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, good luck with that project. Good luck with your new album. A lot of good stuff on it.
All right.
And I wish you all the best, man.
All right, man.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Look behind the scenes at the tour and find out why he's